Markets overall are down, my hands are tied behind my back, all of my capital is deployed in the market, and yet share values continue to drop. What am I going to do? Hi, my name is Edward James Carey. Welcome to Praxis Living, where I create content to help you create the life that you desire. Today is Thursday, August 16th. Welcome to session 15 of my $1 million journey. We are about to get started in just a couple of minutes. The markets are about to open. And today I have prepared to take advantage of one of a few different things. And I will explain that in just a couple minutes. Stay tuned. All right, I am back, and let us go to the markets today to get a look at what is about to happen. I am in shares of AI again today. And we can see that in the pre-market, the shares of AI are hovering right around the same value as they closed yesterday. They're up maybe 4 cents per share. So what I've done is I have prepared myself for a new strategy today. I'm going to be targeting this share right here at 32.29. And this is what I'm going to begin my day with. I'm about to begin dollar cost averaging my way out of positions. I'm going to be doing it one share at a time. I'm going to be regaining access to some capital so that I can reposition and take advantage of a market that drops down to $31 or even below $31 in case it goes that direction. So instead of me having all of these shares in the $32 range, I'm going to attempt to recapture these today, and so that I have the capital to redeploy in the $30 to $31 range. And that is what I am about to do. I've added a little bit of play money just to give myself a little bit of room for flexibility in case I need to buy a share when it's below $32 in order to dollar cost average my way out of this first share at 32.29. So with the markets about to open, let us see what happens. I'm going to load up to buy 2 shares. And I'm going to see if I catch these on some kind of decline here, down to 31.40. Okay, so I missed a bit of a drop there. We'll see if it drops back down again. No, it looks like it might be coming back up now already. And that's fine. Actually, 31.63. No, I'm going to hold off. We need to get up to 32.29. The lower that I can get my buy-in, the better. Looks like it is not going to drop down this morning, at least not right in the opening bell. Here we go. Dropping down, dropping down, dropping down. Let me take 2 right there. Okay. Got to be quick here. Okay, I have now purchased 2 shares at 31.52 each. Now I will take that order of 63.04. I will add 1 share at 32.29. And then I will divide these by 3, and we have a new sell order of $31.78. So $31.78. I'm now going to take 3 shares of AI and let them go at 31.80. I'm going to lock that on the market. I'm not playing around this morning with pennies. So 31.80 is the new sell line. When we reach 31.80, I will have unlocked not 2 shares that I just bought, but 3. Look at this nice plunge all the way down to 31.18. My goodness. I paid $31.52. Now it's got to come all the way back up. Almost all the way back up already to where I purchased at. $31.52. Let's go to the activity window here and watch for these three to close at $31.80. Now, if you were paying attention, you will have noticed that instead of me purchasing 4 shares of AI, which I could have done, I only purchased 2 so that I would hold back 50% of my capital in case I see what I'm seeing right now, where the markets go even lower than where I first purchased in. I've left myself the opportunity to reinforce the dollar cost average position that I'm putting myself in by giving myself the flexibility to add 2 more shares, but I'm not going to do it at $31.35. Values only have one of 2 options. They can go down or they can go up. So if they go down, I'll be ready to purchase 2 more shares, get even a lower dollar cost average than I have right now at $31.80, because instead of leveraging 2 shares against my 1 share, I will leverage 4 shares against my 1 share. The more capital that I have, the more shares that I can purchase, the more leverage that I can employ against the shares that I paid more money for. Okay, we're dancing around the $31.40 line. Are we going to catch an upswing this morning? Yes or no? Now, again, I'm seeing incredibly low volumes this morning. 243,000 shares traded on the market in the first 8 minutes. That is really, really low. For opening bell, opening bell should always be over a couple of million shares in the first 10 to 15 minutes, but not as of late. I know that from what I'm observing, a lot of people have given up on trading shares of AI, and I can't blame them. I'm going to join the exodus once I recapture my capital in shares of AI, and I'm going to go play in a more stable company where I can trade and not have to worry about having my money stuck in a questionable company. I like AI, but they're too new and they're too young a company in order to have money held long term. So tempting to rebuy 2 more shares at $31.30. But if it is not going to go higher, then it is only going to go down lower, and I'm going to wait. On an average day, this line right here at $31.80 should be, I shouldn't even have to guess as to whether or not the share value is going to climb past that. It should be a guarantee on any average day. If we looked at any day chart, we would see that there is always a sell-off in the morning, followed by a very sharp and steep incline, followed by another drop-off, followed by another incline, and then things get iffy after those first 2 waves of down, up, and then it typically does whatever it wants over the rest of the morning. But today, I see that instead of opening with a down, we opened with an up and then dropped down, opened with another rebound, and now dropping down. So it's almost the exact reverse of what an average day looks like. And I am going to do my best not to get caught up in the early morning activity. I've held on to half of my capital to take advantage of a situation like the one that I'm currently seeing, where instead of a lot of buying, there is a lot of selling. So instead of dollar cost averaging my 1 share at $32.29, well, I'll still see if I can do that when I purchase my additional 2 shares. But at this point, I don't know if I'm going to purchase those 2 additional shares in the early part of the morning within the first 30 minutes or not. Because if we are going down below $31, not only are we breaking a new dollar range, we are actually going down into territory that is not being seen in the past 6 months. Share values have never been below $30. 31. They haven't been below $31 in quite a while, 2 to 3 months at least. So we're not only going down below a new dollar threshold, we're going down into uncharted territory on the way down. And I've already got enough money being held captive by this company in shares of AI to get back. I can't keep making it worse and worse and worse. At some point, I need a turnaround and I need to start regaining my capital with dollar cost averaging, which I'm doing right now. It's too early to tell, but I might have to wait until 8:30 to 9:30 to redeploy my capital and purchase those other 2 shares if it's going to keep tanking like I'm seeing right now. Again, with no volume coming in, only 300,000 shares this morning, there's nothing to drive the value of AI higher at this point. It's volume that creates the volatility, not non-participation. Shares of a company don't just magically inflate without reason. People have to be buying the shares in order for that to happen. All right, we are down well below $31 now, and continuing to drop down to $30.86. We're so low now that the VWAP is even off the screen. Okay, so as we can see, the last time that we were this low was back on June 27th, which was almost 2 months ago. Share values fell down to 31.62. We're below that. We're also almost as low as this point back here on June 5th, which was down to $30.62. So we're hovering right around that bottom point of June 5th, 2 months later. So we are in major red flag territory right now regarding shares of AI. All right, starting to see a couple of green candles. Not gonna fall for it today. Just gonna hold steady at what I've already done. Still got quite a ways to go to get to my break-even line at 31.80. S&P overall is doing exactly the same thing as shares of AI. Nvidia looks like it's doing its own thing. Tesla. Google doing its own thing. Amazon as well, kind of breaking trend. AMD seems to be following the typical activity of the S&P today. Apple, same thing. AI shares back up to $31.17. So there was an opportunity down here at a trough of $30.84. But again, at this point, with as little capital as I have, I don't know whether the bottom is going to be the bottom. So I chose to pass on that. This right here, what we're seeing right now, this green trend, this could be the second bounce of the morning, which may not even make it back up to 31.80. And before then, we'll turn around and continue to decline even further. And if that happens, I will be prepared to add 2 more shares to the 2 that I've already purchased. Volume is increasing a little bit. Here we go again with another sell-off already. Back below $31 again. All right, so obviously not going to rocket back up to $30.80, $31.80 anytime quickly. And it may continue to go down. In fact, I'm going to take a short break and I'm going to get away from the screen and I'll let the market figure out what it wants to do. I'll be back shortly. All right, it is almost 1 full hour into the market today. Let's have a look and see where things are going. Okay, 725. I purchased 2 shares at 31.52, which was way back here somewhere. I don't even remember where it was. Early in the morning, 31.52, and I totally screwed up that buy order again. I was I was expecting an upward trend that never happened, as we can see all morning. It never happened. And not only did we not go back up, we've continued to go down again throughout the morning. So here we are at 7:26 a.m. What am I going to do? We are now consolidating sideways, and it is difficult to tell whether the market is going to continue to decline. It looks like share values are going sideways, but at 7:30 in the morning, there's still a good 2 hours where it could sink even lower. And if I deploy my capital now and I screw it up again and I don't get it back, then my hands are tied again for a whole nother day. If I deploy now, waiting on a bounce up that doesn't happen, I get caught. And if instead we go down, that's a bad place to be. So this was a check-in. I am going to take this as a sign to just lay off the market today for a little while. I'm going to find some things to do this morning, and I will come back between 8:30 and 9:30, well, closer to 9:30 a.m. to check where markets are, and we'll see what happens at that point. Stay tuned. All right, it is 10 minutes after 9 in the morning, and I am going to have a look at see what is going on in the markets today. All right, let's blow this up. We have seen a low of $30.26 in shares of AI, and it has already worked its way back. Now that low is at right around 8:30 a.m., which is normal for there to be a low there. And I see it's currently working its way back up, and it's holding at around $30.65. So I still expect to see it go lower today by around 9:30 to 10:30. Normally what it does on an average day is it bottoms out around 8:30, then it climbs a little bit, but then it dips again before 9:30, 10:30 a.m. And that is the normal behavior, which I'm paying attention to look at today. Again, I'm going to check volume. There is one volume spike here in the green for 30,000 shares buy and sell. That's a little bit heavy for retailers, for retail investors. I'm still looking for evidence of heavy institution plays, and again, I still don't see them. That might be one there, but it's hard to say. With 30,000, they typically show up at over 60,000 or higher, quite often, to represent really heavy instant movement. So that might be signs of an institution, but I'm not going to hold my breath on that. In any case, we're seeing share values crawl up slowly. We're at $30.68. What have I done so far? I did a couple of things off camera. Mainly, I injected more capital into my trade account because personally, I'm getting sick and tired of seeing share values at $30 when I normally see the trade value between $36 and $42. So I see massive signs of opportunity here, and I want to get as much capital free as possible so that I can begin taking full advantage of what is coming. And I'll tell you what's coming right now so that you know that I said it ahead of time. What's coming is not further decline. What's coming very, very soon, and I don't know when, is a massive, massive rebound on shares of AI. They are going to go back up over $38 per share. I'm pretty confident that they're going to go at least past 38. They might even go past 40 again. But right now, if you notice, there is a $10 per share difference. And I want as much of my $50,000 to $60,000 of capital, which is currently tied up in shares of AI, at above an average of, say, $32, most of it above $37. I want as much of that free as possible so that I can redeploy it at share values below $32. so that when we go back up to $38 to $40 per share, I've instantly made 25 to 35% on my trade capital. That's my current plan of action. That's what I'm focusing so hard to achieve. Now, I purchased 2 shares this morning, as you can see, for $30.52. Oh, this is one of the things I did off camera. I threw in the other 2 shares that I was able to buy, which I talked about this morning. I threw them in and picked up 2 shares at $30.52. And then I recalculated 2 of these shares plus 1 share at $32.29. Or sorry, 1 share at $31.52 is what I added in. And then I created a automatic sell order, which I'm waiting on, where all 3 shares will sell at $30.87. And as you can see, we're getting very, very close to that right now. We're at $30.62. We have 15 cents higher to go, at which point I will regain my 2 shares that I invested at $30.52, and I will recover 1 share that I purchased earlier this morning at $31.52, and then I can change this number 2, I can change it to a 1, and then I can reassess and recalculate my plan of action. So also, the other thing that I did, as I mentioned, is I threw more capital into my account. And I've got another $747 US to play with. This is money for if I see a bottom come in at 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. here, I'm going to deploy in this new capital, and I'm going to keep playing the odds at this point. I'm going to keep banking on the fact that shares of AI, the market activity in general, is going to slowly return to a pattern that I normally see, where it bottoms out 8:30, 9:30, 10:30 a.m., and then slowly gains recovery for the rest of the day. And I'm going to catch an upswing on that bottom market activity today when I see it. And I'm going to go heavy in and start recovering some of these. For now, I'm just going to go after these lower cost shares. This 1 share at $32.29, these 2 shares at $31.52. I'm going to slowly then work on these 29 shares at $32.60. I'm going to start rescuing those. And once I get back to around $3,000 to $5,000 in capital, then I'm going to switch gears and I'm going to start targeting these ones way up here at $41.16. And I'm going to start slowly and systematically, hopefully quickly and aggressively, start recovering those shares that are well over $10 per share higher than today's price. And for each and every share that I rescue at $41.16 through dollar cost averaging, I get to redeploy in the market at below $32. And instantly I save myself, or I regain a position of strength to earn as much as $10 per share on that reinvestment. So here's one of the things that I learned about investing, which carries over to trading actually, and that is this. Markets go down faster than they go up. All right? They always go down faster than they go up. And markets always go up more than they go down. I'm going to say that again so that you understand it. Markets always go down faster than they go up, but they always go up more than they go down. What does that mean? Well, that means in a long-term plan of action, let's go to an all chart on the S&P 500. Now, if you look at the S&P 500, I selected all, and we can go all the way back to June of 2001, or sorry, we can go all the way back to June 1st, 1995. Can you see that date down here by the cursor? June 1st, 1995. Markets always go up more than they go down. They always go down faster than they go up, They always go up more than they go down. They always go down faster than they go up. They always go up more than they go down. They always go down faster than they go up. They always go up more than they go down. And as you can see, they have dropped fast. Let's go down to 1 year. Oh, we can't. Okay. From this high of $479.40 on January 4th, 2022, which is, what is that? That's almost 2 years ago. No, that's a year and a half ago. They have gone down, they have gone down, they have gone down, they have gone down fast. All right, from a high of $479 on January 4th to a low of $348 on October 13th. And right in there, right before October, as you can see right here, let's go back here. Here is August 15th. Now it went up first a little bit of August, and then from August, which we're in right now, slump all the way through till October until it started recovering. Now, is that an indication of what I am currently facing? I don't know. What I'm doing is I'm using this as a simple example to show you that markets always go up more than they go down, but they always go down faster than they go up. So, getting back to my strategy and my plan of action today, I am looking at, currently I'm looking for share values. I see it's bounced back up again as I've been speaking. And I can see that, again, it's hovering right around $30.63. I currently have 3 shares ready to, oh, what is this? $32.25. I need to cancel that one. I need to cancel that and make sure I'm only doing one thing at a time so I don't screw up my dollar cost average. Okay, so I am currently waiting on 3 shares to sell at $30.87. We're at $30.64. Once I recover this $30.87, I will adjust my score sheet here, and then I will continue on with what I'm going to do next. So stay tuned. I'm hoping that these shares close out in just a couple of minutes. I'll be back shortly in order to update with what I'm going to do next. All right, I'm back with a quick update. Let's go back. As we can see, Shares of AI did break past my sell point of the 3 shares that I had ready to sell. And so I was able to close the 3 shares at $30.87, which means that I can now update this sheet. I got back the 2 shares at $30.52 that I was able to purchase this morning. Plus, I got back 1 share at $31.52. So, I just successfully completed my first dollar cost average strategy out since I began this whole process back on Monday. Today is Thursday, August 17th. It has taken me almost 3.5 days to successfully complete my first dollar cost average out of the market. And you just saw it right on camera. So what am I going to do next? Now, I already knew that this was going to be a slow process, dollar cost averaging my positions out. I mean, I've got 1,400 shares in total to dollar cost average out. I knew that it was going to be a slow process. I didn't know it was going to take more than 3 days for me to get my first share recovered. And that wasn't even a real share that I've recovered. That was a share of recovery on a recovery share. So what am I going to do next? Well, as we can see here, the market peaked, and it's a good thing I didn't try to go for much higher than my break-even point. because the market peaked at $30.93 and it has started to slope down. Now, again, I don't know whether this is the start of a drop for over the next 1 to 2 hours, or whether it's just a temporary drop and the market is actually just going to keep going up from $30.26 as a low today. So here's what I'm going to do. I still have one share at $31.52. So I'm going to go to the market. I'm going to go to the market and I'm going to sell one single share of AI at $31.55, which is more than what I paid at $31.52. I'm going to put that on a sell order just in case the market keeps going up. All right, so that's committed. Now, again, I can't do too many things at once because I don't want to confuse my dollar cost average. So I have one share at $31.52 that I'm going to try to break even on and get $31.55 back. That leaves me with this single share here at $32.29. Now, before I make a play to rescue that share there, I want to leverage heavy against that one share because we are down at $30.85 and that share was purchased at $32.29. I have currently, I have over $800 at my disposal. And to make absolutely sure that I catch that share at $32.29 and get it out of the market today, I want to leverage at least 10 shares to 1 so that this difference of $2 comes all the way down to like less than 20 cents difference. Do you understand how that math works? I want to be able to go in with 20 to 25 shares at a low cost so that the difference between where I buy in and the cost of that one share at $32.29, if there is a $2 difference in the share value from where I buy in the new shares, then that difference of $2.29, it can be divided over how many shares that I purchase. If I purchase 20 shares, that $2.29 gets divided by 20. Well, 21 actually, including the share that I'm trying to get back. If I buy 25 shares, then that cost gets divided by 26. So the more shares that I buy, the easier it is to dollar cost average out. So what I'm going to do is, first thing is I'm going to go back to taking a break. I'm seeing again with the volume on the market here, we're not looking at anything spectacular for volume. We're right at one of the main low points of the day, which is 9:43 a.m. But the market could continue to decline until around 10:30, quarter to 11. So I don't know. So in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually, no, you know what I'm going to do? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this one share at $31.52. I'm going to add this share at $32.29. Right, that equals $63.81. I'm going to divide that by 2. And that gives me a total of $31.91. Okay, that's a better target. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this market here. I'm going to cancel this sell order. Now, I already lost the math on that. $31.52 plus $32.29 divided by 2. $31.91 to break even. Okay, so I'm going to sell 2 shares of AI at $31.92 just to be safe. I'm going to commit both shares. And for now, I'm just going to leave them alone. Okay, because I'm going to step away for a bit. Oops. What did I just do? Ooh. I just accidentally sold 2 shares at current market value, $30.85. Okay, that is not good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rebuy those. $30.85. If I buy them quick, I can actually get them cheaper than what I just paid for them. Was that a buy or a sell? Oh, that was a buy. I bought 2 shares at 30. Okay, I see what I did. I accidentally bought 2 shares at $30.85. Not a problem. I will fix that. Okay, let me get that back in there on the books. Okay. So let me try this again. Let me go portfolio. Let me go to sell, limit sell. And here's what I'm going to do. Since I already just acquired 2 shares at $30.85, I'm going to take that cost, right, $61.70. I'm going to add this 1 share at $31.52. I'm going to add this 1 share at $32.29. And then I'm going to divide that by 4. That gives me a new balance of $31.38. That's better. Okay, that's better than what I previously had. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a limit sell of $31 and let's go $31.40. Now I'm going to sell 4 shares. Okay, done. There's my sell order there, 4 shares at $31.40. I'm going to take a break, and if the market continues to go up and it closes that sell order at $31.40 and I recover 4 shares, I recover 4 shares. If the market continues to go down, well, then I will redeploy and work on a new dollar cost average strategy to get my shares back after I purchase in heavy at a lower point in the day. If the market stays the same and moves sideways, I can't do anything. But we're going to see over a little bit of time. I'm going to give the markets another hour to an hour and a half to continue what they want to do today, and I will be back soon. All right, I am back. It is 20 to 11 in the morning Pacific time, and this is normally one of the moments in the day where if things are going to bottom out, it's right about this time. So let's go have a look at the market. Now, I've seen days like this, even recently in the past, where the activity has not done what is predictable, and it has not dropped out at this time of day. It looks like so far the lowest point of the day was back here at around 8:30 in the morning, and has not been back that low since. Now, sometimes when the market bottoms out like this, it continues to rally up throughout the remainder of the day, but that is not the case today. We can see that it did rally up until this point here at around 31.02, and now has started on a downward trend. So I've seen this activity in the past. It's one of those days where it's a little bit risky to try to put in heavy money and hopefully expect a return. I already accidentally bought 2 shares at $30.85, and we're not even at that level anymore. We're already down to $30.75. So what I've done is I've canceled the sell order that I had for 4 shares, and I'm going to start fresh with a new strategy. I've also put up a limit sell for 2 shares at $30.86, which are the 2 that I accidentally purchased when I meant to sell. So I'm just going to leave those as is, and I'm going to let them cancel themselves out at some point in the day when we tick back up over $30.86. And with all that being said, I am currently waiting for an opportunity now. So I'm going to knock these two at $30.85 way down here and let them sort themselves out. So that leaves me with two current targets to work on. One share at $31.52 and one share at $32.29. And what I want to do right now is I want to catch a good downward run so that I can throw in some money, some new money, with the intention of catching a rally back up a little bit and unlocking one or even two of those current shares that I paid $31.52 and $32.29 for. I also don't want to buy in too early so that the new money that I put in goes down too much. You know, I want to be able to catch a market on the bottom and start working up. So I am going to actively sit here and I'm going to watch the market. Again, we're at the point of the day where the market normally bottoms out around 10:30 to 11 a.m. But in this case of today, we are either late going in that direction, or it is not an average day. And, you know, with the way that I've seen everything been going the past, let's look at a month. With the way that I've seen things going since way back here on August 1st, it has been steadily going down, 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 down. And there's no indication that that trend is broken yet. We have every reason to expect that the market may continue to go down, 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 even today. From the current open this morning, we are already down 3.25%. And that is with being up over the bottom low of the day. The bottom low was even lower than that. So I don't want to get caught up in an afternoon where it's going to continue to decline. I do want to dollar cost average these one or two shares out, hopefully by the end of this day, but that's going to take actively being present. It's going to take actively watching the market, and it's going to take watching a potential rebound to go back up. And it's going to take a little bit of previous skill. It's going to take a little bit of luck. I am not comfortable buying in at $30.65. We are split the difference between a high point of this morning and a low point of this morning, and we're right in the middle, and that is not where I want to buy in new shares. So I will sit here actively and wait for an opportunity, and when I make a play, I will update you and let you know. In the meantime, stick around. All right, I simply do not like where the share value is at, nor do I like the activity that I'm seeing in the market. We're getting consolidated, we're getting undecided, and it doesn't know whether it's going to go up or whether it's going to go back down. I've already had way too many bad calls during the past 5 to 8 days of buying in at times like this when the market is undecided, and only to see it go down even further. So I'm going to take some time away today, and I'm going to spend some time enjoying my morning. It's 11 a.m. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll go shoot a round of golf balls at the range. I don't know. But I'm going to step away for a while. I'm going to leave my two shares that I purchased this morning at their $30.86 to close on their own. That still leaves me with these two shares at $31.52 and $32.29. Okay, so one thing I am going to do before I leave here is I'm going to do this. I'm going to take that one share at $31.52. I'm going to add it to the share at 32.29. I'm going to divide that by 2. And that gives me a total of 31.91. So I am going to set up 31.92. I am going to sell 2 shares of AI at 31.92 just to break even on those 2 shares. And should the market go up while I'm away, then those 2 shares will take care of themselves. Another thing that I'm going to do is I'm also going to take these round of shares here that I purchased at 32.60, these 29 shares, in case we see an upward climb today. I'm going to put these on sale. And I'm going to go 32.62 on those. Again, if the market makes a breakaway run going up during the day, I want to catch as many of these shares coming back as I can. That leaves me with 32, 33, 34, 35 shares here, which were all purchased from 32.86 to 33.21. Let me just take these 34 shares here, because 32.75, 32.74, and 32.86, all of those were purchased at or above 32.86. So I'm going to put a sell limit on for 34 shares. At 32.88. Nah, if we go up that high, we're going to go up to 32.90. So I'll just do that. 34. And I'm going to let those sit on a sell order. Okay. So what I have effectively done is I have put up multiple sell limit orders to take care of all of these shares that I bought during the past 2 to 3 days. That still leaves me with one outstanding share at 33.21, but I'll leave that for now. Because if the market goes back up to 32.75 or 32.90 today, sure, it might cross 33.21, but I don't know, and it doesn't really matter. By that point, I hope to be back to be able to see what is going on by then. And I can deal with that one isolated share at that time when I come back. So, should the market go up on a breakaway trail while I'm out enjoying my day, I have a bunch of sell orders to close. I don't have any new money put into the market today, so I'm good. I feel confident leaving at this point. And I'm just going to give the market some time. And I'm going to see where we're at closer to the end of the day, around noon or 12:30. And we'll see where we're at by that time of day, and I'll reassess. So thank you for sticking around. Thank you for hanging out. I will be back closer to the end of the day to reassess what is going on today on Thursday, and we will go from there. See you soon. Okay, I am back. Today it is 12:35. We're 25 minutes away from the market close today, and it is time to look at the markets. I am back, and I am ready to see what's going on. Now, the first thing that I can see is I made a good call today. I wasn't sure what the market was going to do back here around 11 to 11:30. And I decided to step away. And it's a good thing because we went from a midpoint of $30.77 and we've dropped all the way down to a new low of $29.57. It is clear to me at this time that we are creating new lows that have never been seen for the past 3 to 4 months. Let's pull a 6-month chart and let's have a look. We are right in line with all the way back here now. These lows at June 5th, June 2nd, and even June 1st. Okay, so it's been since the beginning of June. We're at the middle of August, so it's not as long ago as I thought. But we have exceeded this low here in the end of June of 31 and change, 31.60. We've gone right below that, and we are trending down even lower. So one thing to pay attention to, new lows. And here I see a heavy volume order, 79,000 shares. And it looks like all potentially in the red, 79,000 shares, sell off. I tell you, this is the wrong time to be selling off shares, but people do it anyway. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. Don't really care. I still see no wave of people closing short orders. So people are holding on, people are holding on, people are holding on. I have a personal theory about that, but I'm not an experienced trader. I think personally, like I mentioned, when I started trading back in June, right around this time, there was a lot of daily volume. We were talking 50 to 60 million shares a day. And as you can see today, at 25 minutes to close, 20 minutes to close, we are at a total day volume of 9.2 million shares. So there used to be a heavy amount of trading going on with AI, about 5 to 6 times the amount. And what was happening was it was causing these trends of big increases followed by drastic decreases. Big increase, drastic crash. Big increase, drastic crash. Big increase, drastic crash. Big increase, drastic crash. Increase, crash, increase, crash. But this time, since the latest high of $44.90, we have done nothing but crash, and we continue to crash. I have a personal belief that is not backed by any actual evidence that there are two types of people involved in the markets. There are heavy institutions, which are used to controlling and dominating the pricings on shares in the market. Because it wasn't that long ago where if you wanted to trade stocks, you had to pay a broker fee just to make every transaction. You wouldn't be able to sit here like I'm doing today, buying in, buying out, buying in, buying out, buying in, buying out, without paying like $50 per transaction. So there was no such thing as small trading 5 years ago. 3 to 4 years ago, though, laws, at least in America, changed, and a lot of big brokers started doing what was called zero-cost trading. And what that meant was that anybody who wanted to put money in a broker and perform stock trades would pay no commissions. And from that day, it set off an entirely new trend called the retail trader, the retail investor, which I am today. I am a retail investor / trader. And one of the reasons for that is because I do not pay transactions on my trading. Now, unfortunately in Canada, I had to wait a long time. I had to wait at least 1 to 2 years after I knew that the United States was offering zero commission trading. But as a Canadian, I can't use a US broker to my knowledge. And no Canadian brokers or no Canadian institutions were offering zero fee trading until Wealthsimple came along. For the first time, Wealthsimple came on the scene and offered zero fee trading to retail self-directed investors. And I've been with them ever since. And as an investor, mostly, I've been with them ever since. As a trader, I'm still brand new, but as a trader, I am gaining an edge and an advantage that most people that I know that do trading do not have. And that is zero fee trading. Even the person who taught me how to do this still pays fees for the transactions that they do. And I've told them about Wealthsimple. I'll leave it in their hands as to whether or not they want to switch. Now, the trade-off is that Wealthsimple is not a fully mature brokerage service. So unlike things like Qtrade or Questrade, or maybe some of the institutional trades like TD in Canada, TD Ameritrade, Wealthsimple does not offer a very mature trading platform. In fact, it's very archaic, in my opinion. You can buy and sell. You can do a few different types of buys and sells, and that's it. Other than that, it's very clunky to use. It's very young in what it has the ability to do, but it offers zero-fee trading, and not only zero-fee trading, on quite a variety of stocks now, you can actually do what's called fractional buying and selling, which means that some shares of some companies are like $1,000 a piece. And to come up with $1,000 just to buy a single share, it's quite difficult to do sometimes. So you can actually buy what's called a fraction of a share. You could put $1 into a share that costs $1,000 to purchase one share of, and you could have 1/1,000th of one fraction of that share. And you could get some skin in the game on that company. That's a whole different discussion. But Wealthsimple now offers that. Getting back to what I see today, I made a good call. I followed my gut, which was telling me, based on what I've seen the past few days, do not buy in. Had I bought in here with new money, that would have all been held currently in the market, and I would be in exactly the same position today at this time as I was yesterday and days before. So I held off, pat myself on the back for making a good decision. Finally, it only took me a little over a week to figure out. And now I have to decide as to whether or not I'm going to actually put in any money before the markets close in 16 minutes, or whether I'm just going to sit this whole day out. And to be completely honest, I don't know. Anything could happen at this point. It could continue to crash down to new lows that I've never even speculated that it could go. I've never seen it below $30 a share since the day I started trading, so this is new to me. Seeing it valued at $29.73. Look at that. From today's open, it is down 6.2% today alone. Never mind since where we started back here at $44.87. Let's do the math on that. 44.87 minus what I'm looking at, 29.72. We're looking at a difference now of $15 per share. That's over 30% on the way down. That's like a third, 33% or higher. Okay, 33% on the way down is more like 40% on the way back up to the same value. Number one. Number two, I want to get as busy as a squirrel gathering nuts for the winter. When I see share values this low, I need to get into the market carefully each day. As we can see, throughout the day, there was an open, it started to decline. There was a low of around 7:30. It peaked up a little bit. There was another low of around 8:30. Peaked up a bit more, but then did a slow, steady decline and then a crash at the end of the day. Had I got in here to dollar cost average out, I probably could have made something here. Had I got in here to dollar cost average out, I could have made something there. And then the rest of the day, write it off. So I'm going to be looking for a similar pattern tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, remember. Fridays are a whole different animal on their own. And I'm going to look at potentially closing out some new trades with dollar cost averaging. The first thing I need to do, though, is I need to go back to my activity and I need to close all of these individual sell orders that I made before I left today. on the speculation that the market might go up. It obviously didn't go up. I'm going to cancel all these orders. I'm going to refresh. These two at 30.85 have now become hostages that I need to rescue. And I'm so eager to get invested and to get back active. I'm looking at what's going on here, and I would love to take advantage of this, but as AI continues to demonstrate, at this point, we never know just how bad things are going to get. I think that I will make a small play. Let me try to risk. I'm going to go 10 to 1. I'm going to buy 10 shares at the current value. And what did I get those at? Okay, so I got 10 shares at 29.70. Oh. Yeah. 29.77. That's funny because they only cost me 297.67. Should have been 297.70, but whatever. I'm going to log those down. 10 times 29.77. Okay. Let me take that new figure. 297.67 for those shares, and then I'm going to add one of these shares at $30.85. Just one. Then I'm going to divide this by 11 shares, which means that if we can reach 29.87 minimum, then I can close all 11 shares right now before the end of the day and recover the capital from one of my earlier shares that I purchased today. So let me do that. Let me sell these off. Let me go limit sell, 29.87. Let me put up 11 shares. Let me see if I can sell these off, and let me see what happens today. Ooh, we're already back at 29.85. Fingers crossed. 29.86. There we go. 29.87. Wow. Okay. What you just witnessed, that is the trading that I'm used to. Okay. Getting in, getting right back out within 60 seconds. Okay. Look at that. I put 297.67 in and I got 328.57 out. Just because that's what's called leverage. I leveraged the cost of 10 shares against the cost of one share in dollar cost averaging, and it worked in my favor. So I can now cancel these, and I can change this to a 1. I have one current share at $30.85. Ooh, dare I try to do that again today before we run out of day? We have less than 9 minutes left on the markets today, and I'm looking at this activity, and it already started to decline back down from that high. I wonder if I can hit this again. $29.80. Ooh. If I go 10 shares in, confirm. What did I get these at? Okay, I got these ones at $29.79. That's a little bit higher than before. Okay, 10 times $29.79. Now, again, I'm going to take that cost, $297.89. I'm going to add the cost of this one share at $30.85 that I purchased earlier in the day. $30.85, is that correct? Yes. I'm going to divide by 11. And I have a share value of $29.89. So $29.89. Let me go and sell. Limit sell. $29.89. 11 shares. I'm going to commit this order and see if I can close this one today. All right, we're looking for $29.89. Fingers crossed. Back up to $29.80. I'm counting at this point on the fact that somebody within the last 7 to 8 minutes is going to see this crazy low valuation and come in heavy and push these shares at a green rally spike towards the end of the day, towards the closing bell. I don't know if that's a guarantee, but it has happened a few times in the past couple of weeks. We'll see if today is one of those days. $29.82, $29.83. Come on, come on. Keep going. Day volume, 10.3 million shares. We actually passed 10 million. I'm surprised by that. $29.85, keep going. 2 more cents. Oh no, sorry, 4 more cents. $4 more cents, come on, $29.85. Somebody come in heavy. Somebody come in heavy. $29.86, let's go. 3 more cents. 88, come on, 1 penny. Oh, don't you cave. Don't you cave. Don't you cave. $29.89. Filled. All right, I am back in the game. I put $297.89 in, I got $328.79 out, and I have now successfully crossed off these 10 shares that I just purchased a moment ago, plus this one from earlier in the day at $30.85. Okay. I feel as though I have accomplished something. And even if that is to simply break even with capital that I put into the market today, I think this one at $31.52 I purchased today as well, if I'm not mistaken. Here we go, the 2 shares at $31.52 from this morning, right near the opening bell. That's correct, okay. And yes, I did eliminate one through dollar cost averaging. I still have one left at $31.52. Well, I don't know if I'm that aggressive. I want to try to get that one back today. We have just a minute or 2 left in the market. 12:57, 12:58. We have 2 minutes to go in the market, and I think I'm going to take my 2 wins for the day and just call it a day. So, once again, I've successfully done a little bit of maneuvering. I've recaptured a couple of shares that I spent earlier in the day. There's one outstanding, which I will address tomorrow. This low, I could buy in right now at the end of the day, counting on the fact that tomorrow is going to see a pre-market open that is higher than this. I'm not doing that today because AI has been too unpredictable, and I don't know what tomorrow morning is going to do. So I'm just going to hold my capital fresh until tomorrow morning. And that capital amount is I have $839.97 moving into tomorrow. So I will be back here tomorrow morning with a fresh head, a fresh perspective, and some new capital to continue my current interim journey of freeing my hostage dollars through dollar cost averaging. I am going to successfully recover as many shares as I can and gain as much capital as I can in order to get a cash strength position so that I can hopefully leverage some of this craziness that I'm going on before I see this massive rally back up in AI. So thank you for hanging out today. I appreciate you following along with my journey. If you are finding value in these videos, please click the like button on the video. It helps. Please subscribe to the channel. That helps as well. I'm working on my first 100 subscribers. It is an awesome time. I've been gratefully watching each and every new subscriber at this time join my channel. I appreciate every one of you. You have the ability to be one of the first 100 people subscribing to my channel, one of the first 1,000 people subscribing to my channel. And I don't know how I'm going to make it happen, but I would like to reward the first 1,000 subscribers in some way in the future. I will work on figuring out a way that I might be able to do that. But enough of that about now. We'll get to that in the future. Again, thank you for hanging out. Your willingness to invest your time and just watch my journey. And the only thing that I hope is that it helps you in some way to rethink the amount of power that you have in your life to create whatever kind of life you want, particularly in the financial realm. It may not be through trading like I'm demonstrating. It may be through some other avenue. It may be through some other venue, but the process is the same, okay? It doesn't matter whether you're trading like I am to gain income. It could be in some other thing. The first thing that you need to do is shift your identity first. Identity comes first, then beliefs follow, then external results follow that. And that is exactly what I am trying to demonstrate here for you on camera, one day at a time. That's enough for now on that. My name is Edward James Carey. You've been watching Praxis Living, my $1 million journey. I will be back tomorrow to wrap up the week on Friday, August 18th. Is it the 18th? Yes, it is. With session, is it 15 or 16 tomorrow? 16. Session 16 tomorrow. I'll be back here bright and early. I hope to see you then, and you can follow me on that session right over here.